Wouldn't it be great if we could turn most of our conversations into mentoring opportunities? In this final segment, we'll look at 4 skills for helping people take next steps based on the Leader Breakthru Coaching approach. Skill number 1 is listening. We all know that listening is important, yet most leaders are not listeners. We typically pre-conclude and make recommendations because we think it's more efficient. Leaders like to fix people and things quickly. Active listening is holding off judgment and really trying to hear what the other person is actually saying and even thinking. To do this, we need to practice the 80-20 rule. Listen 80% of the time and only talk 20%. Here are 5 tips for listening better. The first one, listen with your mind. Pay attention to what the other person is saying. Don't let your mind drift to other matters, even though they may be pressing. Number 2, listen with your body. We all know that our body language often communicates more than our words. Active listening means that we're facing the person and maintaining appropriate eye contact and not looking at our cell phone. Number 3 is listen with your words. It's important to summarize what you think the other person is saying so that you know you're hearing correctly, and so the other person knows you're listening and care about the conversation. Listening skill number 4, listen with your intuition. As you listen, you'll sometimes begin to hear things beneath the surface. Your intuition will notice subtle cues that will help you say things that nudge the conversation in productive directions. And listening skill number 5, listen with the Holy Spirit. If you're a Christian, you have the Spirit to guide you. Ask Him to give you insight into the conversation and then to guide you as to what to say next. Take a moment to look at the picture on your screen. What do you see? What's happening in this person's life? When I do this activity in a group, I'll usually get a broad range of answers. Some people read loneliness or even desperation into the picture. Others see someone praying or warming up in a church building. Even though we know little about the situation portrayed in the picture, we're quick to read into it based on our perceptions. These perceptions are sometimes accurate, but often they are misguided or at least incomplete. As we listen to others, it's important that we monitor our perceptions so that we do not come to conclusions prematurely. The second skill is expanding. Expanding is all about asking good questions that help the other person think in different ways. As Terry Walling has said, discovery is about ownership. That which an individual discovers, they have a greater propensity to implement. Good questions are open-ended. Instead of asking, did you feel angry when John left the group? You could ask, how did you feel about John's actions? And then follow up the person's response with, why do you think you felt that way? Questions that expand people's awareness are also pure questions that do not lead people in a certain direction. Instead of asking, how do you think your negative attitude is hindering your leadership? You might ask, what are some things in your leadership approach that you feel may be hindering your leadership? Skill number 3 is focusing. Imagine that you've had a very sore wrist for a couple weeks and have finally set up an appointment with your doctor. Of course, your doctor wants to hear the symptoms, but ultimately she wants to discover the underlying issue. The focusing skill involves asking good questions and sometimes offering advice that helps the individual pinpoint the core issue. This often takes a while. After identifying the main issue, I like to ask the person for 2 to 3 action steps that will help them make progress in addressing the key issue. I'll also try to follow up with them on these action steps. Support and accountability are huge motivators. Even baby steps can create momentum that will help the individual continue to deal with the current issue and other issues as well. The final skill for helping people take next steps is empowering, which focuses on encouraging, affirming, and celebrating. We all need cheerleaders in our lives who spur us on. I love how Mo Cheeks, former NBA basketball coach, did this with Natalie Gilbert. Natalie, a 13-year-old, had won a contest to sing the national anthem at an NBA game. But when the time came, she faltered partway through and didn't know what to do. Cheeks came alongside, put his arm around her and said, "It's all right." He proceeded to sing along with her for a while. With Cheeks' encouragement, Natalie's confidence returned and she finished the song. All of us can come alongside others to give them the strength to carry on.